So I haven't given you an update in a while. I thought I'd show you. So, working on my fifth broken water pipe. This is the bunkhouse. The other place is actually the trailer. And I already have this winterized, so there shouldn't be any broken pipes in here. But I have dishes that have accumulated from my renter. So I'm going to heat up some water because the hot water heater's burst. I need a hot water heater, a used one, if I had money into new ones in each place. But unfortunately, every time I fix some problems here, another one shows its ugly face. So I just noticed this, and it's quite bulgy, so it looks pretty serious. And unfortunately, I paid a contractor to do my roof over my porch, and it's right at the seam in two places that it's leaking. So I'm not sure if he's going to warranty the work, but I'm going to call him and see what he'll say. It's a guy I know from Gold City, Michigan, and we'll see if he'll honor his work or not. So I still have to wipe these down. They're full of mildew. These windows inside and out haven't been washed. This countertop hasn't been wiped down. This is what it looked like after my renter. Got to clean the refrigerator. Got to wipe the mildew off this. Haven't made it to this wall yet. I think I might have shown you already a video in the bathroom, but just continue on in here. Got this cleaned up slightly, but it still smells like mildew. The walls need to be washed down. Really, there's probably mildew under this linoleum. Probably needs to be pulled up. Oh man, it's just so sad to see. So when the hot water heater blew, it just wreaked so much havoc. This doesn't smell like mildew too bad, but I can see some on the walls there. So I'm going to rub all that down with Lysol. Really should try to get this beast out. Oh, just so much work here. And so for those of you who sometimes get a little confused because I have several places, this place is not off-grid. It's a beautiful location on Lake Michigan. I'm going to either try to rent it out to the 2 units or rent it to own, sell it on land contract, whatever. Possibly move back here and live in it. I always think about that every time I come. This was my home for over 5 years, and I was a conservation officer in Mackinac County for probably around 10 years, and then 12 and a half years total working for the state of Michigan in that capacity. And then before that I was a state trooper. Before that I was a Saginaw Chippewa tribal police officer. Before that I worked at Midland County Sheriff Department, and I was also a firefighter, EMT, first responder at Lincoln Township Volunteer Fire Department. Well, it was actually paid on call, but we called it volunteer because we donated our money back to the fire department. And let's see, before that I was a U.S. Customs Explorer. I was also a public safety officer where I had my turnout gear, EMT stuff, law enforcement, responder, all in one. So I'm going to heat up my water, do my dishes this way in this facility, so keep these lines still clear. And the other one is the one where I'm working on the 5th massive broken water pipe. This time just replace the PEX tubing from the main to the washer to the sink in the kitchen, and pray that there's not a 6th leak, and pray that the traps aren't frozen too. It's amazing how much one renter can wreak havoc. So I've already got around $600 in parts, no labor this time. If I would have hired someone to do it, I couldn't even tell you how much it'd be. And then just spent an additional over $200, $300 probably today on more parts, PEX tubing and elbows and joints and converters and adapters and all that stuff. So anyways, kind of getting this area sort of set up. He set out about 9 mattresses outside, so I'm missing my box springs and mattresses. So there's anybody out there that might want to donate some things to this youth camp and vacation rental setup, feel free to let me know. Or if you might be interested in renting it or renting it to own. It's on one of the most beautiful bays in Michigan, and you can go all the way to Chicago, Duluth, Minnesota, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, out to St. Lawrence Seaway and around the rest of the world, or up to Windsor, Ontario, or Detroit, or wherever you want to go, all by the sea. Well, inland sea, the Great Lakes, right from here. So, just a little update on my Angels Among Us youth camp and trying to restore this facility to its somewhat former glory.